Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the FCCJ. My name is Mary Corbett. I'm on the board of directors of this club, and I welcome everybody to have come here actually to hear three very important voices in the ongoing debate regarding whaling issues. The newly passed law in Japan has strengthened certain measures that the whaling industry can take against conservation groups, and it also considerably increases funding for revitalizing the industry and to raise demand for what has been in a diminishing market for many decades. And here to shed light on some of the debates at the heart of this law, and also to let us in on all the polemics of the many, many years until its passing. Here to shed light on some of that for us are some of the leading voices we have with us today. To my right, let me introduce our guest speakers. Kiyoshi Ejima, who represents the Yamaguchi constituency for the LDP in the upper house, and former mayor of Shimonoseki, which is, of course, at the hub of the whaling industry. And to his right, Mr. Shigeki Takaya, director of the Whaling Affairs Office at the Fishery Agency since April 2016. And at the far end, we have Nanami Kurasawa, Secretary General of the Dolphin and Whale Network, who has been campaigning on whaling issues since 1987. So here you are. We've got all the experts in front of us. We'll have short presentations from all three speakers first, and then we'll open up the floor to questions. So shall we start with Mr. Ejima, please? Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kiyoshi Ejima. I'm a member of House of Councillors. Today I'd like to explain about the background and outline of the law on scientific whale research for the implementation of commercial whaling. I supervised the drafting of the bill on scientific whale research for the implementation of commercial whaling. The bill was lawmaker-initiated legislation. The bill passed through the parliament with support from both the ruling and opposition parties. The law became effective on 23rd June 2017. Firstly, I'd like to explain the background of the law. In order to resume commercial whaling, Japan is carrying out scientific whale research in the Antarctic and the western North Pacific, in accordance with the International Convention for the Regulation of Whaling. However, since 2005, fierce harassment and sabotage actions by anti-whaling groups, such as Sea Shepherd, have been undermining the smooth implementation of the research programs. Reflecting on that situation, 2014, the Parliamentary Association for Promotion of Whaling of the Liberal Democratic Party, I'll call it PLPW hereafter, drafted an outline of a bill whose major contents were countermeasures against the harassment and sabotage actions by anti-whaling groups. After that, the International Court of Justice delivered its judgment, which was against Japan. In response of the judgment, parliamentary committees on agriculture, forestry, and fisheries of both of the houses of representatives and councillors jointly adopted a resolution that requires the scientific whale research programs be conducted under the responsibility of the national government. At present, Japan is conducting scientific whale research programs named NUREP-A and NUREP-NP. Regrettably, it is anticipated that anti-whaling groups such as Sea Shepherd will escalate their harassment and sabotage actions, particularly against our research program in the Antarctic. With this in mind, the necessity to immediately establish a new law that enables the stable implementation of the whale research programs that aim to support the resumption of commercial whaling under the responsibility of the national government was recognized. I therefore prepared the bill based on the above-mentioned PLPW's draft by adding contents related to the ICJ judgment and the resolution of the parliamentary committees. Thanks to cooperation from all of the national parties, the bill was able to pass through the Diet. Next, I would like to introduce the details of the law. First, the law specifies its objectives, which include further development of the fisheries industry through the resumption of the commercial whaling. It then defines the term scientific whale research. There are basic principles, all of which have to be satisfied. For example, a scientific whale research program must mainly aim to obtain scientific information necessary for commercial whaling. Another principle is that a whale research program must be based on relevant conventions and scientific findings. Also, the research is assumed in principle to include the capture of whales. Second, in order to make the responsibility of the state government clearer in terms of conducting scientific whale research programs, the law requires the government to develop basic policy. The law also legally obliges the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries to develop plans for scientific whale research programs. Implementation of such research program is assumed to be conducted by designated whale research institutions. Furthermore, the law prescribes measures for the stable implementation of scientific whale research. Those measures include, first, preparation of a valid framework for the implementation of research programs, such as assisting with the research costs and securing human resources and research vessels. Second, support for countermeasures against sabotage activities, including the dispatch of government officials. Third, promotion of dissemination of scientific findings both internationally and domestically. Fourth, effective and reasonable use of captured whales following the collection of samples required for scientific investigation. Fifth, necessary financial measures. In addition, similar financial measures and countermeasures against sabotage will be applied to other scientific research on cetaceans at a regional level, such as the Dolphin research program planned in Taiji City in Wakayama Prefecture. The enactment of this legislation made Japan's position clearer, meaning Japan continues to conduct scientific whale research programs aiming at supporting the resuming commercial whaling without yielding to unlawful sabotage activities by anti-whaling organizations. I hope the government will implement appropriate measures in accordance with this legislation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Ejima. Shall we just move straight on to Mr. Takaya's presentation? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me. And I'm Shigeki Takaya, Director of Whaling Affairs Office at the Fisheries Agency, Government of Japan. Today, thank you for a good opportunity. I'd like to explain the background of the whaling today. Sorry for the inconvenience. I use Japanese. Please. OK. それでは説明させていただきます。
Please let me begin.
外国メディアにこのようにお話しさせていただく機会は大変貴重でありますので、まずはじめに IWC で商業捕鯨の禁止が合意されたということはないということを認識していただき、その上でしばしば外国で信じられているような鯨類捕獲調査は商業捕鯨モラトリアムの抜け穴であるという誤解についても説いておきたいと思っております。
It is a very valuable opportunity for me today to give a briefing directly to the international media. To begin with, I would like to draw your attention to the fact that the International Whaling Commission has not made any agreement to ban commercial whaling. I would also like to clear up a misapprehension commonly held abroad that taking whales for research purposes is some kind of loophole in the commercial whaling moratorium.
実際の条文を読めば明らかなように、国際捕鯨取締条約は、捕鯨産業の秩序ある発展を目指すものであり、1982年に採択されたいわゆる商業捕鯨モラトリアムは商業捕鯨を禁止しておらず、むしろ商業捕鯨を当然のものとして許容しているものであります。
If you look at various international agreements, including the International Convention for the Regulation of Whaling, which states that the orderly development, which sets out the principle of orderly development of whaling, and also at the text of the 1982 commercial whaling moratorium, you can see that nowhere does it ban commercial whaling. On the contrary, it permits commercial whaling as a matter of course.
商業捕鯨モラトリアムの正しい解釈、すなわち真実は将来の持続的な商業捕鯨に向けて一旦商業捕鯨を中断し、その間に科学的な証拠を集めるというものであります。
Any accurate interpretation of the commercial whaling moratorium, in other words, the truth, is that the suspension of commercial whaling was implemented to allow time to gather scientific evidence that would underpin a future resumption of a sustainable commercial whaling program.
いわば商業捕鯨モラトリアムは科学的根拠を確かなものとし、それに基づいたより適切な商業捕鯨の管理をしていきましょうという将来の持続的な商業捕鯨に向けたロードマップを定めたものであります。
You could even say that the commercial whaling moratorium was an international agreement to collect accurate scientific evidence which would form the basis for the proper management of commercial whaling. That is, it is a roadmap to a future sustainable commercial whaling program.
この決定を受け、持続的な商業捕鯨の構築に貢献するため、日本が鯨類の捕獲調査を開始したのは至極当然の成り行きでした。
With this agreement in mind, it is entirely natural that Japan began to take whales for research purposes in order to contribute to the establishment of a sustainable commercial whaling program.
したがって日本の鯨類捕獲調査はモラトリアムの抜け穴というものではなく、むしろモラトリアムに忠実なものとして肯定的に評価されるべきものだというふうに考えております。
Therefore, Japan's capture of whales for research purposes, far from being a loophole in the moratorium, is rather in faithful adherence to it. It should be evaluated positively in this light.
他方で商業捕鯨モラトリアムの解釈をねじ曲げ、持続的な商業捕鯨の再開やそのために必要な科学的情報の収集を行う鯨類捕獲調査に反対する反捕鯨の政策というものは、商業捕鯨モラトリアムや国際捕鯨取締条約の趣旨に反するというふうに考えております。
The interpretation of the moratorium has been distorted. Anti-whaling policies which oppose the resumption of sustainable commercial whaling and any taking of whales to collect scientific information that would underpin such a program are in contravention of the spirit of both the moratorium and the International Convention on the Regulation of Whaling.
このように我が国の捕鯨政策の基本方針は持続的商業捕鯨の早期再開であり、そのために鯨類科学調査を実施してきました。
As thus outlined, Japan's fundamental policy on whaling is to conduct scientific research in order to bring about the swift resumption of commercial whaling.
今回の議員立法により商業捕鯨の早期再開のために調査をしっかりやっていくという我が国の姿勢がより鮮明になったと。
This Act of Parliament for the proper implementation of research to allow the swift resumption of commercial whaling has made Japan's stance even clearer than before.
モラトリアムの採択から30年以上が経過してしまいましたが、いよいよ日本は商業捕鯨の再開を目指すんだという国内外への力強いメッセージであると考えております。
After more than 30 years since the adoption of the moratorium, this sends a strong signal, both domestically and internationally, that Japan is finally serious about its goal to resume commercial whaling.
政府としてはこれまでも鯨類科学調査に実施に必要な対応を行ってきたところでありますが、今回法律上明記されたということは大変心強いものであります。
While the Japanese government has given its ongoing support for the implementation of scientific research into whales, it is heartening to see that the law clarifies this position even further.
また妨害対策について関係省庁が密接に連携して政府全体で責任を持って取り組んでいくという姿勢が打ち出され、国内の関係者にも安心していただけるものと思っております。
It also sets out some strong provisions for the countermeasures against sabotage, and that is a reason for people in this industry to take some heart.
捕鯨をめぐる国際的な情勢は非常に厳しいものがあります。法律ができたからといって直ちに商業捕鯨が再開できるというものではありません。しかしながらこれまでの政府方針が法律で明確に裏打ちされたものであり、政府としては商業捕鯨再開に向けた動きを加速するよう全力を尽くしていく所存であります。
However, just because this law has been implemented does not mean that the commercial whaling program can be implemented immediately. The international climate around whaling is still quite negative for Japan, and so it will take some time, but it is very important that the government has made a very clear statement, and I hope that it will be implemented in order to bring about the swift resumption of commercial whaling.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
Then shall we move on to Kurasawa-san's presentation, please?
この機会に感謝しています。パワーポイントプレゼンテーションを使わせていただいて説明をしますのでよろしくお願いします。
Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak with you today. I would like to give a presentation along with the PowerPoint slides on the right.
私が問題を感じている3つの点について今日はお話しします。一つはこの法律の成立の過程における問題です。もう一つはここで言われている科学調査、つまり調査捕鯨についての問題。3つ目は商業捕鯨の再開とそれから財政的な支援に関係する問題です。
I would like to talk to you about 3 points that are at issue with the law at question. Firstly, the process by which this law was passed into law is problematic. And my second point relates to the so-called scientific aspects of the program. And lastly, I would like to touch upon the problems that the final goal of this law is the resumption of commercial whaling and the financial assistance provided to this effect.
この法律の成立についてはたったの1週間という期間でした。8日に提案されてもう国会終了最終日には決まってしまいました。反対の意見がありましたけれども、それに対しての答えもなくそのまま通過してしまいました。対立した意見が国内にもあるわけですから、やっぱりこれについては十分な対応と議論が必要だったというふうに私は思っています。
This law was passed on the very final day of the regular session of the Diet, only one short week after it was introduced on June 8th. It was passed with time for only one dissenting voice, and there was no time for responses to this dissent. A law as controversial as this is one that should really be given a proper airing and a debate within the National Parliament.
異なる意見について紹介します。調査捕鯨推進のための検討会というのが2011年水産庁主催で開催されました。その中にさえ反対意見が出ました。また
In 2011, the Fisheries Agency held an investigative commission to promote research whaling, and even at this forum, voices of opposition were raised against commercial whaling. Research whaling, I'm sorry.
2014年の5月、日本経済新聞のウェブでの捕鯨に関するアンケートでは、遠洋での調査捕鯨はやめ、沿岸だけにする 56.5%、沿岸も含め全面的にやめる 19.6%と4分の3超が捕鯨にこだわっていなかったという結論ができています。これに対してこの法律はどう答えるのでしょうか。
Furthermore, in May of 2014, after the International Court of Justice ruling, the Nikkei newspaper on its website conducted a survey where 56.5% of respondents said that we should stop research whaling in distant seas and only whale close to shore. And another 19.6% of respondents said we should stop all whaling, including close to shore. So putting these two groups together, around 3/4 of respondents had no strong desire to continue whaling. This public opinion should not be ignored, and I wonder how this law faces up to these people.
もう一つ、先ほどから出ていますが、この法律の基本原則は捕獲です。そしてその後に書かれている4つの基準のすべてに適合するものとされています。しかし基準の一つである3条の2には国際的な条約や約束、確立された国際法規に基づくと書かれています。これはもうすでに矛盾が生じているのではないかと私は思っています。
Also, I would like to take issue with the fact that the basic principle of this law, as already referred to, is the lethal capture of whales. And this applies to all of the Article 3 and its 4 clauses. However, Article 3, Clause 2 states that the law is based upon Japan's international treaty obligations and that it complies with established international law. So you can see that even within the law as it stands, there are some contradictions.
日本も批准している国連海洋法条約では、特に鯨類について65条を設けて、専門的な国際機関に従って保全と管理を行うとあります。国際司法裁判所の判決も調査捕鯨の許可を出す国だけの判断で行うべきではないとしています。
Japan has ratified the UN Convention of the Law of the Sea, which states that marine life is the common property of all, and Article 65 especially states that member states must cooperate to protect marine mammals especially, and the International Court of Justice has made it clear that countries that conduct whaling must not make these judgments based solely on their own judgment.
保全と管理を行う IWC では、その解釈はともかくモラトリアムが継続しています。ですから原則捕獲はありません。日本の調査捕鯨に対してまた20以上の停止や縮小勧告が決議されています。調査海域は1994年にサンクチャリと決議されたところとかぶります。
The protection and management function is fulfilled by the International Whaling Commission, and this sets out the principle that lethal capture of whales is not permitted. The IWC has passed over 20 resolutions calling for the suspension or downgrading of Japan's research whaling program, and in 2014 the IWC resolved to debate the ICG ruling and set out a sanctuary which was actually set out in 1994.
参議院の農水委員会で唯一反対意見を述べた山本太郎氏は、サンクチュアリーでの捕鯨は野鳥の保護区で野鳥を捕獲し焼き鳥にするような行為ではないかというふうに言いました。
The House of Representatives Agriculture and Fisheries Committee heard only one dissenting voice, that of that of Yamamoto Taro. He stated that whaling in the sanctuary was tantamount to hunting wild birds in a bird sanctuary to make yakitori, or grilled chicken.
これがご覧になると分かると思いますが、サンクチュアリーです。
Please look at the screen. This is a map of the sanctuary.
濃いピンクの色のところが従来の調査捕鯨の海域で、薄いところは新しい計画で延長された部分です。
The dark pink area is the original research whaling area, and the light pink area is the newly added zones.
次に2つ目の調査捕鯨のことについて話します。
I'd like to now move on to talking about research whaling.
調査捕鯨のアイデアは1937年にベルガーセンという方によって発案されましたが、当初から本来の目的を逸脱した使い方があり、日本も1976年捕鯨会社の悪人の補填に捕獲枠がゼロになったニタリクジラに調査捕鯨を許可しました。
The idea for scientific whaling was proposed in 1937 by a Norwegian whale expert, Bergersen. He imagined that research would only require the taking of a small number of whales. However, there was concern that the program would overstep its stated goals even at that time. And then in 1976, noting the losses suffered by whaling companies after the hunting permits for the bride's whales were reduced to zero, the Japanese government stated that the special catch permits are one method to provide return for whaling companies, which was the beginning of research whaling.
これがその行政文書です。
You can see on the screen here
捕
an
鯨
official
会社に
document.
最小限の保証をつけることということや特別捕獲という字が見えるでしょう。
You can see some handwritten notes about providing a return for whaling companies and for special research permits.
現在の調査捕鯨の開始の頃にコミッショナーであった斉藤達夫氏はこのニタリクジラの捕獲調査からヒントを得たということを言っています。
The head of the commission at the time, Sato Tatsuya, said that he received a hint from this document about providing special permits for the taking of bride's whales.
調査計画に携わった粕谷俊夫博士は我々が与えられた条件は経費を賄える頭数を捕獲でき、しかも短期では終わらない調査内容であったと明かし、発足に手を貸したのは迂闊だったと付け加えています。
Dr. Kasuya Toshio, a whale expert who was involved in setting out this plan for research whaling, stated clearly that the conditions that we were given were that hunting of enough whales to cover costs and for the research program to be one that does not end quickly, with the minimum standards to be set out for the program. He went on to say that he felt careless to have lent his support to the establishment of such a program.
調査捕鯨についてはモラトリアムに従ってガイドラインができ日本も合意しています。特別許可ですから計画はガイドラインに沿って科学委員会に独立した評価のためのパネルが組織され厳しいチェックを受けます。
There are objective guidelines set out by the International Whaling Commission regarding research whaling, to which Japan has agreed. And these guidelines were set out after the whaling moratorium was put in place to allow special, under which special permits could be given only by independent analysis.
調査捕鯨については先ほども出てましたけれども2014年に国際司法裁判所の判決があります。そのことに日本はこの判決を受けて新たな調査計画を南極ニューレップ A と北西太平洋ニューレップ NP という名前で計画して提出科学委員会に提出し実施しています。
After the ruling of the International Court of Justice in 2014, Japan set about setting out new research whaling programs known as the New REP, the Research Plan for New Scientific Whale Research Program in both the Western North Pacific and the Antarctic, so-called New REP NP and New REP A. And these were submitted to the Scientific Committee of the IWC.
評価パネル、先ほど言った評価パネルからどちらの計画も捕獲の必要性が説明できていないと言われています。
The Science and Technology, the review board at the IWC said that these plans had not explained clearly the need for lethal hunting.
科学的な内容を含む法律には提案段階での客観的な評価が必要だと思います。海外では科学的な要素を含む法律に関して科学技術評価局というような部署が審査を行うそうですが、このような法律に関してはその前提として科学的な評価を受けることが必要だと思います。
I believe that any law that has its basis in scientific fact requires testing by a scientific review panel. In other countries, legislation that involves scientific aspects is subject to review by committees such as a Science and Technology Review Board. But in Japan, this is not the case. And I believe that this law needs to be checked by relevant scientific bodies.
最後の問題です。
I'd like to move on to my last point.
先ほどの説明にあるように、これから調査捕鯨は国が策定してそれに予算をつけることになりました。
This new law sets out the national government's responsibility to plan for whaling and also to fund it.
これまではその計画は鯨類研究所が立て、それを許可するじゃないとにかくそれを政府が許可するという形をとってきました。
Until recently, it has not been the government that has planned these research whaling programs, but other independent bodies, which then have their plans approved by the national government.
そしてその経費は鯨肉の売り上げと補助金で賄われてきました。
Hitherto, the costs required for the conducting of this research whaling program has been borne by the sale of whale meat and also by government subsidies.
このグラフをご覧になると分かるように、だんだん鯨肉の売り上げが落ちてくるとともに経費を賄えない状態がきました。
As you can see on this graph, the consumption of whale meat has been decreasing and the financial situation of the program has been in decline.
2011年には復興予算を流用して赤字回収を行ったことが報道されましたが、その後は漁業の経営改善のための補助金貸付の中に調査捕鯨を入れ込んで国費の投入を行ってきています。補助金がなければ成り立たない産業です。
In 2011, it has been reported that disaster recovery funds were diverted to deal with this deficit. Furthermore, public funds were poured into research whaling after it came under the umbrella of a loans program intended for assisting the fishing industry. It's clear that this industry, the whaling industry, cannot stand on its own 2 feet without government subsidy.
2006年、かつてモラトリアム前に共同捕鯨を構成していたマルハニチロ、日水、そして極洋はその株をすべて共同船舶から引き上げました。そして2008年、もし商業捕鯨が再開されても自分たちは参入しないというふうに公表しました。
As reported in the Asahi newspaper, in 2006, the major fisheries companies Maruha Nichiro, Nisui and Kyokuyo, which in the past had cooperated in conducting whaling, decided to sell off their shares in co-owned vessels. And furthermore, in 2008, they announced that even if commercial whaling were to resume, that they would not participate in the industry.
お金がかかりすぎて収支が合わないというのがその理由です。
The reason is that it takes a great deal of investment and is not good business sense.
一方で沿岸捕鯨について言います。
Next, I'd like to move on to talking about coastal whaling.
調査捕鯨停止で一時は代替品としての売り上げが保証されていた小型沿岸捕鯨の収支は調査捕鯨拡大とともに赤字に転落していきます。
As you can see on this graph here, after the cessation of research whaling for a time, small type coastal whaling sales were guaranteed in order to ensure the supply of alternative products for the sale of meat. But after the expansion of the research whaling program, these companies slumped into deficit.
IWC では実はこれまで過去4回にわたって沿岸捕鯨救済に関する妥協案を出してきているのです。
There have been 4 occasions when a compromise proposal has been submitted to the International Whaling Company in order to support the coastal whaling programs.
最初はモラトリアム発行の際にアメリカから打診された沿岸捕鯨を残す案。その次も1992年、97年、2010年と調査捕鯨の停止あるいは段階的な縮小と引き換えに沿岸捕鯨を再開するという妥協案が出されましたが、日本はいずれも拒否しました。
At the time the moratorium came into effect, the United States made a proposal that coastal whaling continued to be permitted, but Japan rejected this. And again in 1992, 1997 and 2010, such compromise proposals to allow coastal whaling in return for the cessation of the research whaling program and its gradual reduction were repeatedly rejected by the Japanese government.
調査捕鯨が小型捕鯨再開の阻害要因になっていたのです。
In other words, the research whaling program has stood in the way of resumption of small type whaling close to shore.
最後にこの法律の目的、商業捕鯨の実施、そしてそれによる水産業及びその関連産業の発展について話します。
Lastly, I'd like to talk about the aim of this law, which is to implement commercial whaling once again and promotion of fisheries industry as a whole.
下の図は日本の畜肉の年間消費量を表しています。
The graph on the bottom right hand of the screen shows Japanese annual consumption of meat.
青いところが魚介類で、鯨肉は一番下の赤いところになります。
You can see the large section on the bottom indicated in blue is all fish, and below that is a small red zone which indicates the amount of whale meat consumed.
そして2017年の水産庁の予算を見てみます。
And then comparing that to the budget for the Fisheries Agency.
捕鯨関連51億円、そして資源管理とその他の資源管理と調査には46億円しかついていないことが分かります。
You can see that a total of about 5.1 billion yen is allocated to research to whaling itself, but only 4.6 billion yen is allocated to the entire budget for resource management and research.
政府がこの調査捕鯨を継続していく場合、この状態は続くのでしょうか。
If the government is insistent upon continuing research whaling, then I believe this budgetary position will continue.
結論です。これまでご覧いただいたように調査捕鯨を継続することは商業捕鯨の再開につながりません。沿岸捕鯨もできません。予算の配分を見れば水産業にとってもいい話にはなりません。
In conclusion, as I hope I have demonstrated, that even if research whaling is to continue, it will not lead to a resumption of commercial whaling, and coastal whaling is also not an option. Also, looking at budget allocations, it is not a good news from the position of other coastal fisheries who do not receive such budget.
それから税金で調査捕鯨を継続するということは、食べている人だけではなく、食べない大半の人たちもそのために税金を払い続けなくてはならないことです。
The provision of budget for research whaling must be paid by taxpayers, not only those who eat whale meat, but also the vast majority of those who do not.
調査捕鯨の科学はもしかしたら日本の海洋とか水産科学についての国際的な信用をなくすもとになるかもしれません。
This research whaling program runs the risk of putting at risk the trust in Japan's research in marine science entirely.
この法律が日本への理解を深めるために役立つと思いませんし、また国際的なイメージや信頼性から言ってもマイナスではないかと思います。
This law will do nothing to advance the marine science and will also do nothing to advance international understanding of Japan.
以上から私はこの法律に反対し廃止を求めます。
This is my position, and I would like to call for the repeal of this law.
ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Thank you for listening to me.
Okay, thank you very much to our three speakers. So there you have it, the full spectrum of the debates that are out there today. So we'll start with taking questions from the press first, please. And please come up to the microphone because this is being recorded. And if you can, please give your name and your affiliation. Okay, so first question. Okay, go ahead, thank you.
Elaine Lees, Reuters News Agency. My question is for Mr. Takaya and Mr. Ejima. In all the articles about this law, it mentions that it increases the money for the whaling program, but nowhere does it say how much. does it increase it by? I'd like to know if you do have some figures, could you please share them with us? And also my question is, in this era where dealing with welfare for the aging society is so important for Japan, why is it important to increase the budget for whaling? Thank you.
はい、ロイターズからです。私の質問は高谷さん、そして江島さんに答えていただきたいと思うんですけれども、捕鯨に関するさまざまな記事を読んでるんですけれども、この間採択された法律は、調査捕鯨に対する、予算措置が、なされているというふうによく聞くんですけれども、どの記事を見ても額が出てこないので、どれだけお金が継がれるのか、注ぎ込まれるのか知りたいと思いますので、具体的な額を教えていただけたらと思います。そして2点目ですけれども、現在日本社会は、高齢化社会という問題に直面しておりますので、そのような問題にお金を、使うのではなくて、調査捕鯨にそのような予算を充てる、ことは本当に必要なのか、それについて意見をいただきたいと思っております。
はい、そうしましたらまず私の方から少し答えさせていただいて、で、あと補足を高井さんの方からもしていただければと思います。
Please let me answer first, and then I'll pass over to Mr. Takaya.
まず予算の問題でありますけれども、これは議員立法ということで、まずこの捕鯨というもの、調査捕鯨というものをこの国の責任のもとにおいて行うと、そしてこれは予算化も国の財源を充てるということを定性的にですね訴えている、提起をしている法律となります。
When it comes to the budget, it's important to realize that this is a private member's bill, a bill that is put forward by individual legislators, and its main purpose is to set out the principle that the Japanese government takes the responsibility for the research whaling program, and that it should make and it makes in principle statement that budget should be set aside for it.
従いまして、この法律の中でいくら使うというようなことは書きません。これは今後毎年のこの予算編成の中でこの調査捕鯨のためにどれだけ必要だということが算出をされた結果がこの毎年計上されていくという形になります。
And so, the actual amount required for this program is not set out in the law that has just been passed, but it will be considered during the normal budgetary cycle, and a judgment will be made at a relevant time to decide what amount of money is required that year.
今、法律ができる前からももちろんこの予算というのは捕鯨に関しては当てがわれているわけでありますけれども、この法律の意義として、今回はこの法律に位置づけられたということで、よりしっかりとした根拠のもとでですね、当然これは増額をする方向で予算化ができるというふうに考えております。
There's been a great deal of interest in the budgetary measures for this law, but I think that the most important thing is that we've been able to signal the importance of whaling to the Japanese government, and it will give a basis for an increase in the budget for research whaling into the future.
それから2点目の質問なんですけども、福祉のいろいろ課題とかある中で、なぜ捕鯨に予算を日本政府は割くのかということになりますけれども、これはなかなかその福祉の予算とですね、捕鯨も含むそういう資源開発の予算ではなかなかこれ比較、どちらが重いとか軽いとか比較できない問題であります。これは例えばじゃあ福祉軍事費をやめて、福祉に回せというようなことと同じような理屈になります。もちろん福祉予算も大変大事ですが、この捕鯨予算というのはこれは冒頭にも申し上げましたが、日本はこの鯨類という資源を持続的に使うということを、その科学の下で資源量を把握をして、利用しようという立場に立っておりますので、この調査捕鯨というのも他の費目と負けず劣らず大変重要な施策と位置づけております。
With regards to the second question about whether or not it is worthy of funding in the face of the fact that Japan faces a great welfare issues in the welfare area, and that is something that is very, very difficult to compare, to weigh up the welfare needs of the budget and those of other areas of budgetary expenditure is a difficult comparison to make. You could equally say that we should cut military expenditure in order to put money towards the welfare system. So it's a very complicated question. Of course, welfare is extremely important, but I also believe that the research whaling program is also very important. And so I think that it's important for us to put funds into it to aim to have a sustainable and scientifically justified program. And that is the stance of the Japanese government. And so I would like to think that the budget allocated to research whaling would be valued just as any other budget item within the budget is.
で補足させていただきます。
Please let me add a few words.
この調査計画自体は、日本政府が立案し、それを IWC に提出し、今回の法律により国の責務として実施されることになったものであります。
This law sets out a research plan which will then be submitted to the International Whaling Commission for judgment, and it is the Japanese government's responsibility to implement it.
予算につきましては、毎年度その必要な額を、予算を確保していくということを目指してやっているところでありまして、今回の法律によりまして、しっかり対応していくということが明確されたということで、また今後も必要に応じた額を、予算を確保して実施したいというふうに考えております。
This law means that we are now able to aim to have a budget allocated to the research whaling program. And so I would like to, into the future, argue for a budget to be allocated on a year-by-year basis.
ちなみに平成29年度の予算は先ほど倉沢さんからご紹介がありましたように50億6200万円ということになっております。
As Ms. Kurasawa mentioned before, this financial year's budget sets aside around 5.06 billion yen for the whaling program.
以上です。
That's all from me.
Okay, next question, please.
Thanks. My name is Tetsuji Ida from Kyoto News. My question forwarded to Mr. Takaya. And could you show me the roadmap or strategy to resume commercial whaling? I think that this kind of picture roadmap should be open, shown to the taxpayers. Otherwise, it's going to be spending 5 billion yen eternally. That's my question. And my second question is, do you have any plan to build new whaling vessel after Nishima? I understand that Nishima is getting older and older. It's getting difficult, more and more difficult to conduct scientific whaling. I understand. That's my two questions.
共同通信の飯田さんですね。はい、共同通信の飯田さんです。高谷さんに対する質問なんですけれども、商業捕鯨の再開へのロードマップをしっかりと示していただきたいと思います。それを示さない限りはいつまで経っても毎年のように5億円ですかの予算をつぎ込むことになってしまいますので、しっかりと示していただきたいと思います。そして2点目の質問ですけれども、新しい船舶捕鯨船を製造する予定があります。現在使われている捕鯨船、三島丸など、結構、かなり長い間使われているものなので、調査捕鯨を続くことに支障をきたすような、問題が出てますので、新しい船舶はどうなってますか。
はい、まず1つ目ですが、基本的な考え方といたしましては、私たちは鯨類科学調査を通じて科学的根拠を示しつつ、関係国に対する働きかけというものを強めていき、最終的に商業捕鯨の再開を目指したいというふうに思っています。
As for a roadmap, I believe that what I see as the step forward is to conduct ongoing whale research to form a scientific basis for a judgment, and then to take this to the international community, put pressure on them to agree to the resumption of commercial whaling.
そのために、この必要な調査を行うと同時に、国際捕鯨委員会での議論を深めていきたいというふうに考えております。特に来年度の IWC では我が国が議長を務める、我が国から議長を出しているということもありまして、議論を深めたいというふうに考えております。
And that is the reason why I think we should continue to do research, and then I would like to take that debate to the International Whaling Commission, the IWC. Next year, Japan will fulfill the chairmanship of the IWC and will take this opportunity to promote debate further.
それから、調査母船のことについてお答えいたします。
Next, I'd like to move on to the question of the whaling ships.
今回の法律の中では鯨類科学調査実施のための船舶の確保の体制の説明について規定しておりまして、調査母船の新造についてもその一環として検討しなければならない大きな課題と考えています。
Within the law that has just been passed, there are provisions for the making sure that there are enough whaling vessels for the conducting of the research program, and so I think this is an issue that we need to look into in the very near future.
ただ、この母船というものを検討するにあたっては、将来の捕鯨というものを見据えて検討する必要があり、そのためにも平成30年の IWC 総会に向けていろいろ検討しているところです。ここである IWC の方向性に関する議論の基礎を見ながら検討を進めていくつもりです。
Especially when it comes to the mothership, I think that's a very important part of the ongoing research program, and is something that I would like to bring up at the next year's International Whaling Committee. Of course, looking at the movement of the debate at that commission will inform how we move forward.
現在 IWC の在り方については議論を呼びかけている段階であり、その状況を踏まえながら、さらなる検討をしたいというふうに思っております。
At this point, we have raised the issue of the structure of the International Whaling Commission, and that is a debate we will move forward in the future.
Okay. Any more questions?
Siegfried Knittel, freelancer from Germany. I think even if you do research whaling or perhaps later commercial whaling, Japanese people don't eat whale meat. So what if normally a company doesn't sell its product, it will be closed. So why do you help every time the whaling industry with more money every year if the whaling industry doesn't earn any money?
I'm sorry, can I have your name one more time? はい、フリーランスのシーリード・デュールと申します。ドイツ出身です。調査捕鯨をやっても商業捕鯨を続けても日本人が鯨肉をあんまり食べないという問題の解決にならないんじゃないかなと思います。本来ならば、商品を売ることのできない産業は、畳んでしまう、倒産してしまうことは、当然の、理屈かと思うんですけれども、なぜ日本政府は、こういう経営状況が芳しくない捕鯨に毎年のようにこれだけの予算をつぎ込む必要があるのか、知りたいと思います。
それは日本人が食べないんではなくてですね、今現在はクジラの肉の値段が非常に高いので食べたくても食べれない人が多いというのが現実です。
I think the problem is not that Japanese people do not eat meat. It is that whale meat is quite expensive, and so it's beyond their reach.
例えば私が子供の頃はですね、本当に週に半分ぐらいはクジラの肉というのは普通に食べたのが私たちの世代なんです。
For example, I myself used to eat whale meat twice or thrice a week. Maybe half of the week I would eat whale. So it was, especially for people of my generation, it was definitely a part of our everyday diet.
ですからたまたま今あなたの周りの日本人は、クジラ食べないよっていう方いらっしゃるかもしれませんけども、基本的に日本人はクジラを食べる民族なんです。
And so I think perhaps it's coincidental that the Japanese people that you have met are just not the kind of people who eat whale meat, but the Japanese people do have a culture of eating whale meat.
でそれを一つ示す証拠がですね、例えば今回の法律でも衆議院参議院で、これは評決をするんですけども、参議院の242名の中で反対票を投じたのは2名です。ですからこの法律反対という人が2名いましたけども、後の人は全員国民を代表する国会議員はぜひ捕鯨を商業捕鯨の再開に向けてすべきだという意見が今の国民の意見なんです。
By way of evidence to support this claim, if you look at the results of the vote in both the lower house and the upper house, focusing on the lower house, 242. I'm sorry, the upper house. 242の中の2. There are 242 people in the upper house, of whom only 2 people voted against the law. So this shows you that a vast majority of members of the upper house, who are of course representatives of the Japanese people, are strongly in favor of the consumption of whale meat.
そして衆議院の方におきましても、すべての政党がこれは与党も野党も含めてこの法律には賛成をしております。
When it comes to the lower house, there was wide cross-party support for the adoption of this law.
そういうことで今これがクジラを商業捕鯨を再開をすれば、当然私たちはもっとクジラをたくさん食べるようになるわけです。
And so, if commercial whaling were to resume, I am confident that Japanese people would eat more and more of this product.
補足させていただきます。
Please let me add a few words.
今議員からクジラの価格が高いという話がありましたが、基本的に私たちが行っているミンククジラ、イワシクジラについてはこれは科学調査の副産物を販売しているものです。
As my colleague here just mentioned, the whale meat is quite expensive. The source of the whale meat, including the minke whale meat and also the sea whale meat in the market, is from the byproduct of the research whaling program.
決して商業的に行っているものではありません。
So please don't misunderstand. This is not meat provided from a commercial whaling program.
そして我が国は行っているのは決して調査捕鯨だけではなく、イルカ漁業、小型捕鯨業という多くの捕鯨を行っております。それは調査捕鯨とは別のものでございます。
Also, Japan does not just conduct research whaling. There's also other forms of whaling, taking smaller whales such as dolphins and other coastal species. And so research whaling is not the only source of whale meat on the market.
東京はあまりクジラの文化圏ではありませんが、静岡や和歌山、福岡、東北、北海道などでは多くのクジラの消費というのが今でも行われています。
Tokyo is not a region with a strong tradition of eating whale meat, but if you go to other regional centers such as Shizuoka, Wakayama, Tohoku, Hokkaido, Fukuoka as well, and Yamaguchi. There are places all around regional Japan that have a strong history and culture of consuming whale meat to this day.
Okay, we'll open it up to non-press now. So any questions? Kurt, you want to? Yeah.
Kurasawa さんのパワーポイントもう一回ちょっとね全体の消費量の、スクリーンがあったんですが、はい。
I'd like to ask Mrs. Kurasawa if she could please show me once again the screen on her PowerPoint showing the consumption of meat.
まあ失礼しました。私アソシエイトメンバーのシーバと申しますが、右の下にねこの赤いポイントがそこに出てるんですが、私が解釈している中ではこれは 日本人は平均1年間1人当たりは30グラムのクジラの肉を食べております。それは正しいでしょうか。
じゃあ、英訳しますね。If my analysis of this graph is correct, is it right to say that, according to that little red circle on the bottom right, that the annual consumption of whale meat per person per annum is 30 grams? Is that correct?
大体そのあたりだと思いますが、これは調査捕鯨の肉と輸入を合わせたので、小型沿岸の、イルカ肉、それから、混獲された肉については入っていません。土クジラ、小型沿岸の、はい、入ってません。
それは調査捕鯨。
調査捕鯨と輸入です。
This number here, I think it is largely correct. It includes the meat that is sourced from the research program and also imported meat. It does not include whale meat from coastal whaling, such species as the Pacific bottlenose dolphin, etc.
Bycatch whales.
It also does not include bycatch whales. That's correct.
だけども、それを入れても多分50とか、そのあたりが水産庁の正式なグラム数だと思います。
Even if you were to include these other sources of whale meat, the coastal whale meat and the bycatch, I think it would only go up to around 50 grams, and that probably accords with the statistics that come from the Fisheries agency.
はい、もう一つね、確かにね、先生おっしゃったように、戦後はね、非常にクジラは大量に日本で食べられまして、全体のプロテインのためには非常に大事な役割を果たしたことは間違いないです。ただその時は他の肉がなかったからクジラを食べたというのが一般の考え方なんです。で、今はもう値段が非常に高いんですが、私は最近ねテレビのコマーシャルを見てクジラのこれはどういうルートのクジラなのか私もちろん分かりませんけれども、しかしディスカウントセールがね今幅広くやっております。どれだけ売れるか分かります。ここまででとりあえずちょっとで、
すみません、最後はもう一回お願いします。最後もう一回お願いします。聞こえます。
要するに今コマーシャルでたくさんのクジラの缶詰を今宣伝しております。でその売り方としてはもちろんディスカウントということは今のテレビの全体のねやり方なんですが、まず250グラムだったのかなの缶を30個で1万円で販売しております。そうしたら今度ボーナスとしてはそれは36缶にしてで値段が9000円に下げてるわけですね。ということは一つのその缶が250円であると。だからこれは高すぎて日本人は食べられないって食べたくないと。むしろ日本人は今高いやっぱり牛肉とそっちの方にやっぱり中心にしているんじゃないかと。もちろん鶏とかそれから豚などなどねこれは2つ目のコメントなんです。それについて何かコメントがあればぜひお聞きしたいと思います。
まず訳します。質問。As you said, in post-war Japan, whales were caught in great numbers and were a very important source of protein for the population. But I think that it's generally accepted that this is because there were no other sources of meat at the time. Coming to the present day, I have seen on television some commercials for whale meat. There are tins of meat that have been advertised as a discount sale, and I understand that 30 cans of 250-gram cans of whale meat would cost around 10,000 yen, but they're on sale at the moment for only 9,000 yen with an extra 6 cans thrown in for free, meaning that the average cost of a can of whale meat would be around 250 yen. How can you say that price is too expensive for the Japanese population to bear when even more expensive meats such as beef, chicken and pork as well, maybe not as much as beef, but these are the center of the diet for many Japanese people. This is a comment from me, but I would like you to, if you have any comments in return.
基本的に何を食べるかということについては個々の人たちの好みだと思います。
Of course, the question about what people eat is up to their own taste.
そのクジラというものに限らず、取る人がいなくなり食べる人がいなくなり、そこに資源がないの どれかになれば基本的にその産業というものは消滅するというふうに考えています。
Of course, as a rule, if people stopped eating chicken or stopped eating any certain type of food product, then it's a matter of course that business would go out of business.
今のところ私たちは調査捕鯨以外の捕鯨も担当しておりますけれども、そのニーズがなくなっているというふうには思っていません。
I am in charge of not only the research whaling program, but other types of whaling programs conducted around the country, and I do not accept that the needs for this industry have gone away completely.
でちなみに商売ですのでディスカウントってのは当然あるというふうに思っています。
And by the way, I think that it's quite a normal practice in business to discount products.
ましてやそのクジラの肉に関しましては輸入も行われております。でその輸入品が加工されているということもあり、いろんな形のチャンネルで販売されていくということだというふうに考えます。
And what's more, there's also whale meat sourced from outside of the country, and it comes in via various channels and is sold to the public.
一つちょっと私からも付け加えさせてください。
I would like to add a few words as well.
決して昔のその戦後のですね、他の肉がなかった時に食べたクジラの量をまたそれだけクジラを食べようということを我々はプロモーションしているわけではありません。
I just want to make it clear that I'm not trying to say that I want Japan to go back to a time when we ate as much whale meat as we did in the post-war era.
私が申し上げたいのはクジラという資源が確固たるものがあるということ、それから実際に南極にはですね51万頭の黒ミンククジラがいるということ、これはこの科学調査によって分かっているわけです。でこれを持続的に資源として食料資源として活用しようということを日本が目指しているわけです。
However, this resource exists out in the world. There are minke whales down in the Antarctic Ocean that are of body weight of around 510,000 kilograms. These are a great source of food, and my position is that we should harness this for food.
ですからあくまで、これはその取ってきた時の価格っていうのは昔の値段とは違うでしょうから、商業捕鯨が再開されても多分高価な肉になると思いますが、それでもって需給バランスっていうのはずっと決まってくるんではないかと思います。
I think I think that what I'm trying to say is that we should sell this whale meat on the market, and I don't believe that it will go down to the same cheap prices that we had back in the post-war era. I think it would continue to be quite a high-priced option, but I think the principle of supply and demand will come into play.
大変貴重なご意見をいただきまして本当にありがとうございました。よろしくお願いします。
Thank you for your very interesting input.
Thank you.
すみません。テレビ人部でビデオニュース、I'm going to ask questions in Japanese。日本語で質問します。今お話伺っててですね、どうしても税金を投入してまでなぜ調査捕鯨、名前は何でもいいんですけどもを日本が維持するだけのメリットがあるのかっていうことがどうしても十分にまだ伝わってきてません。先ほどの方も、具体的にロードマップ、要するに、商業捕鯨再開の 目処が実際にあるのかないのかもわからない。それから値段の方も、いや商業捕鯨始まりゃ多分安くなりますよみたいな話はありますけど、その程度のね話で、毎年今50億倍によってはそれ以上の金額のね税金をこれから投入しようということの正当性が、その国会としての正当性、それから役所としての正当性がですね、なかなか今のご説明ではその程度のことでそんなお金つぎ込んでるのっていう印象をどうしても持ってしまうんですね。なので、やはりそれだけのお金を使う以上、いやいや日本の納税者にこういうメリットがあります、短期的に、それからあるいはすぐにではないけども長期的に必ずこういうメリットがありますと。なので、これは投資なんですと、例えばね何でもいいんですけども、納得のいくようなそれだけの税金を使う、正当性というものをもう少し説明していただけますでしょうか。
I'm from Video News, and I have a question regarding the use of tax dollars to support the research program, or whatever you would like to call it. I don't believe that the Japanese government has explained sufficiently what is in it for Japan, what benefits Japan could receive by continuing this. I know you've given a roadmap showing how you would like to restart the commercial whaling program, but is there a timetable upon which you think this can be achieved? And you've said such things that, if commercial whaling were to start again, then no doubt the price of meat would come down. But I think that given how much money the government is putting into this, such flimsy explanations cannot be expected to convince the Japanese population that an annual budget of, say, 5.1 billion ongoing is enough to justify the payment of taxpayers' dollars to such a program. So I would like to ask you for a short-term to a long-term sense of how Japan would have a return upon this. If it can be justified as some sort of an investment of the future, then maybe taxpayers would feel that their dollars were being used in a justified manner.
では私のからまず少しお話しさせていただきます。最近は説明不足と言われることがよくありますので、やっぱりご意見としてそれだけの税金投入をその捕鯨にどうしてするんだということに対するまだご理解を十分にいただいてないという国民の皆さんには本当にしっかりと説明をしなければいけないと思っています。まず一点、申し上げたいのはこの捕鯨というのはですね、日本が独自で、この食料資源を調達をできる手法の一つだということであります。これは牛肉を輸入するんでもない、豚肉を輸入するんでもない、日本が、自分たちの船でもって、公の海に出て、そして天然資源を食料として確保する、いわばその食料自給をしている一つの資源だということであります。そういう観点からですね、現在においてはもちろんこれで国民の何十%がこのタンパク質で食べてるというものではないんですが、やはり食料資源の多様性、調達の多様性ということで、日本人としてはこの捕鯨産業というのはしっかり守るべきだという観点に立って今ご理解をいただいているところであります。で、なぜそれを進めるかというと、これは繰り返しになりますが、資源が実際にあるからで、それを使うというものはこれは絶滅に向けて食べ尽くそうというものでも決してないですし、そしてちゃんとクジラの芸種を見ながら、このクジラは十分あるから食べようとか、あるいはこのクジラはまだ資源が回復してないから取らないとかいう、まさにこれが科学に基づいた調査捕鯨の結果得られるデータをもとにして日本が目指しているこの商業捕鯨再開でありますし、今申し上げたことはですね、これこそがその IWC のもともとのこの考え方というか設立の発端だったわけでありますので、私どもとしては早く IWC のメンバーにもう一度この原点に立ち返って、このきちんとした議論を IWC を通じて進めていきたいなと思います。
I would like to give a very clear explanation of this. In the national debate recently, politicians have been criticized for not providing enough public information, and so I think it is my responsibility to do so. It can be said that perhaps the Japanese people are not yet, have not been convinced enough yet of the requirements, the budgetary requirements for the whaling program. But I think the first point that I would like to make regarding this is that whaling is an independent source of food for Japan when it comes to such sources of protein as beef and pork. Much of this is imported. So whaling for us is one way that we can harness the natural resources in international waters, in the open sea, in order to provide support for our own needs, basically to have our own self-sufficiency. It's not a matter of what percentage of meat is provided by, protein is provided by whales, but I think it's important for Japan to diversify the source of its food, and that's one major reason I would like to highlight. This is one thing that I would like to highlight to the Japanese population in convincing them of the need to continue the whaling program. And I've always said that because the resource is there, that we should harness it. I'm not saying that we should take whales that are in danger of going extinct. We should take whales that are able to be captured and harvested sustainably, and not take those that are in danger of going extinct. And in order to do this, we need to have scientific data to decide which of the populations, which of the species are able to be harvested sustainably, and therefore those could be the target of a resumed commercial whaling program in the future. And actually, this is the very basis of the International Whaling Commission. It is something that I would like to call upon the members of the IWC to remember, to go back to the basics of the International Whaling Commission, which was one set up in order to provide for a sustainable, future sustainable whaling program, commercial whaling program.
補足させていただきますと、日本政府としては水産資源はもうクジラでありですね、マグロでありサメであり、何にしてもですね、科学的根拠に基づいて持続的に利用するべきだというふうに考えています。
I would like to add a few things, and the first point is that the Japanese government's position when it comes to the harnessing of marine resources, whether it be whales, whether it be tuna, whether it be sharks, the basis of this program must be on scientific evidence.
先ほど江島議員からも説明があったように、絶滅の危機にも瀕していない、そして管理が可能であるものを禁止する必要は全くないというふうに考えています。
So there's, of course, there's no need to take. We should not be taking any animals, any marine resources that are in danger of going extinct, and we should not. On the other hand, we should not be banning the use of resources that can be managed sustainably.
そこをきちんと説明するためにも科学的調査を行って証拠を積み上げて説明していく必要があると考えております。
And in order to explain the difference, we must have scientific evidence.
でどこの国でも同じですけれども、資源を評価するというのは基本的に国の責務だというふうに考えております。
It's the same all around the world, but it is the responsibility of national governments to manage their resources.
以上です。
Okay. I think it'll be one final question from the floor. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Ejima, you said there is a whaling culture in Japan. But a whaling culture in Japan, is it not only a local whaling culture? Perhaps in Taichi, in Shizuoka, and perhaps in Yamaguchi-ken, there is a local whaling culture. But in the other part of Japan, I think there is no whaling culture. So it's then if the eating of a whale decreased, is it not? Does it not go back to the stance it had perhaps 200 years before, when the Japanese people didn't eat whale meat? Only mostly after the Second World War, when the Americans said, "Please eat." Catch whale because it helps you to have more protein. Then the Japanese started the whaling industry, but it's not a really a Japanese whaling culture. So and thinks it's just every time hear this argument. We have a long whaling tradition, but it's only a local tradition.
江島さんに聞きたいんですけれども、日本は、クジラの文化が、あるというふうに説明したんですけれども、私はそれをよく、聞くんですけれども、あくまでもそれは地域の文化に他ならないんじゃないかと思います。例えば太地町だとか静岡だとか山口では、限られた地域においてはクジラの文化があるとは言えるかもしれないんですけれども、全国的にはクジラを取る捕鯨する文化があんまりないのではないかと私は思っております。そうですね、戦後には、食事が足りない、肉が足りないから、アメリカによって捕鯨を始めてはどうかというふうに進められて初めて産業が、誕生されたというふうに聞いているんですけれども、かつては、200年ぐらい前はあんまり食べられてないんじゃないか、もう限定的な地域以外にはあんまり食べられてないというのが現状のではないかと、思います。つまり今の、捕鯨産業はかつての地域の捕鯨文化、クジラの文化とかけ離れたものではないかと思いますので、それに関して、意見を聞きたいと思います。
捕鯨の食文化に関しては高谷さんが専門家なんで後でちょっと述べてもらいますけど、私の方から最初に少しお話しさせていただきます。
I'd like to, after this, pass over to Mr. Takaya, who is a much more of an expert on whale food culture. But before I do so, I'd like to say a few things.
クジラの食文化がですね、ローカルなものであるというのはその通りでございます。
You are correct. The eating of whale is one that was part of local culture.
クジラが取れる、日本は沿岸部が多いんで、クジラはいろんなところで食べて、実際には本当に何百年も前からですね、クジラというのは日本中で決して200年前は食べてなかったということはなくて、本当に沿岸中で日本人っていうのはクジラを食べてました。
Japan, of course, has a long coastline, and for many hundreds of years, more than 200 years, Japan has taken whales from close to shore, and it's been a part of the diet around Japan.
ただそれは全国民が食べてたんじゃなくて、確かにローカルなそのクジラの食文化というものです。
And you're correct in your statement that it is not something that has taken root all across Japan. It is something that is important in certain local communities.
でもそれは世界のどこの国でも言えるんじゃないでしょうか。例えばドイツでも北の方で食べてるものと南の方で食べてるものは違うでしょうし、アメリカでも内陸部で食べてるものと沿岸部で食べてるものっていうのはやはりこれは伝統的に食文化の違いっていうのはあると思います。
But I think you can say a similar thing for pretty much any country. I imagine that in Germany, the types of food that is eaten in the north is quite different from that in the south. When it comes to the United States, I'm sure that the traditional foods of the inland are quite different from the traditional foods eaten on the coasts.
ですから我々が言ってるそのクジラは日本の食文化だっていうのは決して全国民の食文化と共通の食文化って言ってるんじゃなくて、日本の大事な地域に根付いてきたいろんなローカルな食文化という意味で申し上げております。
I'm not saying that the consumption of whale meat is a tradition in all communities across Japan, but I think that it is definitely one that has taken root in several local communities across the country, and therefore it's very important.
高谷さんの方からどうぞ何か。
I'd now like to hand over to Mr. Takaya.
ほとんど江島議員が説明してしまいましたが、日本の食文化っていうのは基本的に地域の食文化の集合体です。
Basically, everything I wanted to say has already been said by Mr. Ejima, but to reiterate, Japanese food is really just an agglomeration of local cuisines.
今、外国人の観光客にも人気のある豚骨ラーメンは、所詮九州の一部の地域、それから山口の一部の地域の人しか昔は食べていませんでした。
For example, tonkotsu ramen, pork broth ramen soup, is very popular with international tourists recently, but it is actually just something that was originally eaten only in Kyushu and Yamaguchi regions, not across the whole country.
そして日本を代表する料理であります京懐石料理も関西の一部の料理に過ぎません。
For example, another type of food which is representative of Japanese food, Kyo Kaiseki food, is only indigenous, so to speak, to the Kansai area.
もっと言えば鮭を食べる地域というのは東日本の方に限定されますし、私お雑煮の研究をしてますけれども、日本を代表する料理のお雑煮はどこで食べても中身が違います。
For example, salmon is really only eaten in the eastern part of Japan. I have done a lot of research into a type of soup called ozoni, and it is very varied as you go around the country what is inside this ozoni soup.
お雑煮の中にはクジラを扱っている県というのもいくつもあります。
There are some regional variations of ozoni soup that include whale.
私たちはそれぞれの文化を統合した中で日本の食文化というふうに捉えており、そしてそのイルカをはじめとするクジラすべてというものをはるか昔、遺跡で見れば縄文時代の中からの歴史からも見ることが可能です。
I believe the Japanese cuisine, what goes now as Japanese cuisine, is actually just an agglomeration of various different regional cuisines. And the use of whale meat, not just whale meat, but also the dolphin meat as well, has a very long history in Japan that can be traced way back to even the Jomon period.
もちろんその取り方、捕獲の方法とか使用の方法というのは時代とともに変わっていくということはあるというふうに思います。
Of course, the way that whales have been captured over these years and how they have used has changed with the times.
ただし、その鯨類を食料として考えていく考え方というのはその中に受け継がれているというふうに思っています。
However, the way of thinking that Japanese people have that whale meat is a source of food is something that is common across time.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
Well, that just about wraps, I think, all the comments that are going to be made today. I would like to extend at this point a big thank you and a one-year membership to our panelists. So I hope you can come back and continue this debate within our walls again sometime. So thank you to Mr. Ejima, Mr. Takaya, and Ms. Kurasawa, and also a big thank you to our interpreter, Matt Douglas. Thank you very much, everybody. ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.